What was your relationship with Bob Saget? And just tell me what you thought when you heard the news.
Still picking up the pieces of the shock and grief of somebody who is just far too young. The suddenness, the immediate tragedy of it. Bob and I became coincidentally really close during the pandemic.
Mm,
Bob reached out to me because I think he was really moved by what I was doing with Reunited Apart. And similarly, my girls got through the pandemic discovering Full House.
mm,
And as Danny Tanner was a surrogate father to me after my parents got divorced, and I was growing up watching Full House and him being this anchor that kept this, family together. Watching my girls process the trauma of this sort of loss that they were going through with COVID
mm,
was one of the greatest gifts I could have ever imagined.
mm.
Um, and so we started an exchange, and we're communicating as recently as a few months ago, and
Mm,
it's horrible. It's another loss in a sea of losses to begin
mhm,
this fraught new year, and it's just pain. I think it's the most painful one because I felt like the others all had
mm,
um, time, and
mm.
Bob just didn't have enough time.
Well, I just found there were so many people who spoke out about him, not just his cast members, but like it sounds like you guys became friends later in life, And I think that that's such so special because it seems like everybody who wrote about him had a special relationship with him. He wasn't one of those guys who you knew at a cocktail party. It sounded like he was always taking a step inside.
He was a good human being.
Yeah.
Forget about putting aside his talents, and he was enormously talented. He was one of those people who just exuded warmth and joy, and he always had a smile on his face,
Mm,
and he always led with the. I was going through our text last night,
mm,
and every one of them began with such a warm compliment or such
mm,
a genuine sort of joyful um, opportunity to reach out and just tell me that something I had done had moved him or something
mm,
I had done. And that's the kind of person he was. The one of the great moments of the last 2 years is he did a video for my girls as Danny Tanner,
mm,
and it was one I've never seen them light up so much as they
mm,
did getting that message. And what was so hard was not only did I feel this enormous loss, as I'm sure everybody who knew him did and everybody who watched him did, but my oldest daughter Ava was with me when I found out, and she saw that I was grieving and caught off balance and upset. She asked me what was wrong, and I told her, and her processing it as an 11-year-old was equally fraught for a completely different set of
mm,
reasons, because in her mind she had lost an iconic influence that was
mm,
a pop cultural touchstone for her.
mm,
And I think that makes it so hard. It's like all of us who lost Betty White, and that last link to the Golden Girls. They're not just incredible actors; they're people who will live on long after they're gone because their work, it represents such a part of who each of us are and
mhm,
had such an influence generationally for each of
mhm.
us.